Bam! What's going on, everyone? I'm incredibly sorry for the delay. I had a 30-minute delay. I had a situation here at home I had to take care of, and I'm really sorry. But hopefully it hasn't disturbed too much the situation here with the chat and the show. Um, Let me a second. I want to make sure I pin in the chat the link, the sign up link for the comic. I'm doing my campaign. Let me see. I'm trying to pull things up. I apologize. I sincerely apologize for this delay. I was streaming last night. Well, I had a family situation today, but I was streaming last night with Omer Glitch on the Hump Day. You guys be sure to check that out. It was episode number 22 yesterday, I think it was. We were talking about just hanging out, drawing, and working on a fan art piece for Omer. Hold on, let me share the screen. Here we go. Yeah, I revealed this last week, everyone. Last week I revealed this on the channel. This is the cover. This is cover A for the campaign, and cover A features a new logo. That's a little gold logo in this case. The previous one was like this. It's a silver logo, but then I changed it to bam gold, just to distinguish the differences between the previous edition and this new edition. This new one is going to be revised. I'm currently working on it right now with Paul. Paul is the letterer of the book, and so we scrapped everything from the previous, and now we're looking at making changes and making adjustments. So we're working on that right now. So by the time we get down there to the campaign launch date, I'll be able to. The book it'll be done. It should be done. I'm 90% sure that it'll be done because I still have 2 more months before that launches. So we're doing good in terms of getting that done. So yeah, hopefully today I can reveal some more stuff, but we'll see how the day goes. And yeah, today the topic at hand, so I don't forget, is, let me see here on the screen. Today I'll be talking about my interaction with Eric July, Yellow Trash's failure, and then some updates. So it should be interesting, and we'll see what you guys say. What's going on, Dennis? Yeah, man, everybody left, but it's all good. Late. There's things that happen at home. It tends to happen sometimes. The things that happen at home, and so I had to handle that. And I didn't get in time to make any announcements on neither Twitter or YouTube. So I apologize for that. Yeah. So here's the list. Sign up list is right here. Please sign up. I need 9 more people to reach my goal. My goal is in 2 days to get 9 more people. So hopefully everybody's in the chat. Hopefully you guys can sign up. I would really appreciate it. So let's get into it. Let's get into it. I'm going to stop sharing this, and I'm going to do something that I've never done before on the channel. I'm going to share with you my Twitter, my X account. I don't know how I feel about that, but yeah. So here we are. We're going to do my version, my ghetto rigged version of oh wait, I need to stop that because I think you guys like doing that dark stuff, man. I watch my X feed with the white background. I don't know why. You guys do the black one. Let me see how I fix that. Blah, 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 blah. Trying to be with the cool kids. All right, there we go. All right, I think that's how it works. Check it out. Hold on. I'm about to share with you guys. Sign up. Sign up. Yeah, here you go. Damn. Is this how it is? Wait, let me stop sharing that. I need to get my tabs ready, man. I suck. I had it ready until I did something, but okay. All right, here we go. I think this is where it started. Yeah, as all of us know, last week, Yellow Trash, he launched his eagerly anticipated campaign. We have been waiting for this for a long, long time, and he launched it last week. And myself included, I think just with everybody else in CG, I think we all had anticipated that that this was going to be like $1 million campaign. No, I think it's safe to say that everybody was anticipating that, considering the context. No, prior to Yellow Flash, Yellow Trash, we had Eric July with a similar amount of followers and subscribers, around 500,000. And he out of nowhere came on the scene and then pulled in like 3.7, I think it was, $1 million with this campaign. And then and so we have another creator or another content creator, per se, a YouTuber, with a similar situation, similar background, talking about comics, pop culture, and then with an interest in making comics, working with a creator like Dillard to make a book. And we were all under the assumption these last couple of years, months, that this guy was going to do something about the same. But we came to a surprise. Yeah, sign up means pull up. Yeah. So we came to the surprise that it wasn't what we thought it was. No, so we after the first day, Eric July pointed out that they got 1,000 subscribers, 1,000 backers in just one day after the launch day, which by CG standards, especially with the Kings or by any of these YouTuber standards, is a failure. No? And we all agreed on that. I would assume, though, it's just logical that you have so many people. You have 1 million people between him and Yellow Trash and Air July. You have 1 million people with their eyes potentially on this product, on this book, and then to only sell 1,000. Man, that says a lot. And it was completely no numbers. And all I did was, what was it, like the day after that? All I did was point that out, and I had no idea the stuff that would come out from that. No, so Eric July posted this. No, it's fascinating to see individuals who struggle to sell and deliver 1,000 people suggest that we should listen to them. But yeah, so he boasting his campaign here, and then this is what I This is what I wrote. For the amount of subscribers Yellow Trash has, 1,000 is what you'd expect within a few hours, not in one day, especially on launch day. For what this is, 1,000 subscribers or whatever is a failure by the standards, in the context. It was a throwaway comment, just something that I pointed out. I think it was just pretty common sense. I thought just it wouldn't kick up too much dust, but man, it kicked up a lot. And it just goes to show how sensitive this guy is. How I hit the nerve. No, I hit a nerve with that comment. And yeah, he answered back. He answered, and then we started talking about it. I got a couple of accounts muted here. Wait. Got a bunch of people that responded. Yeah, that's the typical response from those who don't fully understand how business operates. Here it comes with the hibbity jibbity. And prominent comic book names who do videos regularly. Yeah, the reverse is also true. We just got into it, because he was trying to say that now this is a very popular topic of debate and contention, though, that that now apparently the number of subscribers that you have do not directly correlate to the number of sales that you could possibly make, which is completely absurd. I don't think I have him muted, or I may have. I don't know. Yeah, but yeah. So and so I was like, yeah, that just makes it worse. Like if you have your fan base, just because supposedly we can assume that. No, like if I have like 500 people following me, 1,000 people following me, certain number of subscribers following me, and these are my immediate fan base, and if I can't get those guys to to back a project that I'm doing, then that just makes the whole situation worse. I don't know. I don't see where it would be a good thing or a positive thing that that I could see 1,000 people as a success, seeing as how I have like 500,000 people also looking at looking at this project. So it was really interesting to hear that from him. Man, and I got a bunch of other people commenting also, and yeah, I got a bunch of people. I'm not responding to anybody here, for example, because I spoke with July. I don't need to speak with the Ripitards. There's a bunch. There was a bunch of comments, and then they just expanded. I got a bunch of posts from different people. If you can take a look at that. Yeah, July's not muted. Matt Barr is. I got this Bruce guy. It's a 3-month campaign. Not everyone buys day one. And previous over 25,000. Yeah, trying to throw numbers out here as if that's going to change anything that I say. You don't get to dictate what's a mass, especially when you refuse to contextualize. No, I am contextualizing. I am putting everything in the context. And the context is you got so many people looking at your project, and then you don't have that many people buying it. No. What's going on, Petey Mod? Thank you very much for stopping by. I'm very sorry for the delay. Had a situation going on here at the house, but we're okay now. Yeah, he sure is, man. He's yeah, that Bruce guy is all Ripitard. And yeah, so I came back to him and said, let's hope that holds true for Yellow Trash for that first day. It's a massive disappointment. That is what keeps getting on our nerves. Me commenting and pointing out that it's a disappointment. And they have no way to refute it, because they can try to explain it. This whole argument, that the glass is half empty versus the glass being half full, they could try to spin it any way that they want, but the numbers are still going to hold true. You got 500,000 subscribers. You only have 1,000 books sold on day one. If you want to be generous, you can say 1,500 at the end of day one, but that's still a very abysmal number. And then Smiller is also commenting. No, he hasn't even dropped a video. Had Justin Sweet also comment on it. All these people also you make one comment and then all the Ripitards come out. Cam also. I got into it with Cam a while back. Also, just exchanging ideas. Fortunately, the interaction that I had with Cam wasn't insulting in any kind of way. Like he posted his arguments, I did mine. I posted my arguments, and then it's really difficult in this space to like convince someone that your idea is correct and theirs is wrong. It's really difficult to do that. People are entrenched at this point. So whatever you try to say, however you try to paint it, people are just going to deny it, and then they just see their reality and then paint it in their favor. So with Cam, for example, like he used to be an adamant follower. It's really crazy how things are, because a bunch of these people used to be adamant followers of EVS, but they have since changed over this issue of late books, morality stands, like Matt Barr. He wants to be morally superior now because he doesn't want to be with the degeneracy supposedly that's happening in CG. So I mean, this is crazy. And I personally believe that this indie space, this comics place, is no place to try to be morally superior to somebody else, because at the end of the day, what we're trying to do is to entertain, sell books, and it's and we have to give the people what they want. And sometimes people want the controversial topics, entertainment, and they want to see who's saying who about what, or who's saying what about who, and so that happens. So it's part of the game, I guess you can say it. So it's also I got a bunch of muted accounts. I don't know who that is. I'm not gonna play it. I'm not gonna press that. So say this Jeremy guy. It's something also interesting though when people commenting with gifts. When people comment with gifts, what do you expect though? I mean, there's no really argument. There's no argument in that case when they comment back with gifts like that. There's no argument. Just trying to show something off in your face or something like that. Huh? I got Quantum Age Comics. What's up, man? Thank you very much for stopping by. I'm sorry for the delay. I should have started this an hour ago. I should be wrapping up, but I'm gonna just not get started. So I got maybe a few more. I still got a long ways to go now. So yeah, and the general is here. Is General here? My screen's messing up, man. What's up, General? I'm really sorry for the delay, man. I apologize. This Cam is a sad individual. Yeah, I guess you can want to call it like that. This was interesting. Peak Peruvian education in action right here. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, who live off YouTube make fake subs. So many things here. This person, I've seen this person around also. Loki. Yeah, let's root for someone's fair because it doesn't like my boyfriend EVS anymore. Not every potential customer is going to buy day one. I'm going to buy a few titles that I haven't pulled the trigger on yet. Yeah, no, but day one, it's an important day. Now, day one and the last day are super important days for your campaign. And so if you can't hit half of your goals in those few days, then you're in danger. No, you're in trouble. And so yeah. And I got into it with Eric July for a long time. And it continued even today. Not today. It continued a few days later. Let me find that before I mess something up here. Actually, let me show this again. Hold on. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah. Yeah, it says for the amount of subscribers Yellow Trash has, 1,000 is what you'd expect within a few hours, not in one day. It's typical. That just makes it worse. It has sold to over 1,000 people. You have a lot to learn about business, my friend. And I come back. It undersold to only 1,000 people out of 500 plus potential customers. Frame it however you want, but those are the numbers. It's like it says, no, that's not how any of this works. You're wrongfully assuming so many things, and it shows how out of touch you are on this. It is unlikely all of his subs know this even exists. Yeah, whose responsibility is it to let them know it exists? It's July's and Trash's. No? Nobody gets viewership of all of their subs in every video they release, so it's especially silly to expect all of them to buy something. That's true. No? It has been one day. All sales did not happen in one day. Just because you have an audience does not mean all of them are buyers of any item you put out. Some audience are more than less right, but if you did not gain your audience by selling said thing, it's foolish to think that even the majority of them will purchase an item that delivers from it. And then I come back, destroyed the whole thing, just by saying that's why I said potential customers. No, I'm not saying that anybody, I'm not affirming that everything has to be sold on day one. I'm not affirming that everyone has to buy. I'm not affirming that all these people have to see this information. No, all of this are potential. It's a potential customer. It's a potential fan base. If you got 500,000 people, you promote your book. There's the potential that these people could support. There's a possibility that they could see the content. There's a possibility that they could buy, that they could be interested. All of this is in the realm of possibility. None of this is a concrete law or rule by any chance, but he states it in that way, with this comment here. He states it in that way. That's not how any of this works. Yeah, I'm not making any of these affirmations at all. And I'll go back and so that's why I said potential customers. And he says they are not customers at all. I didn't say that. They are followers of a YouTube channel. That's why I said potential customers. It could possibly be a customer because if someone knows that you exist, someone knows that you're selling a book, that someone could possibly buy your book. So, but this is eluding. This concept is eluding Air July. I don't know if it's intentionally or I will hate to think that he's that dumb, but he's just closing himself into any outside arguments and just going with what his narrative is. No? And they're not customers at all. They are followers of a YouTube channel. This is why I said that some are more or less ripe for something you may sell, but to try to deem something as a failure based on conversion rate of followers is silly. It's not silly. It's math. Then I come back, no, of course they're not customers. The potential, just like everyone else in the world and on the internet, if you only sell 1,000 books having an immediate 500 plus following, then you didn't do a good job selling. And I'm going to say hello to the people in the chat. What's up, Dave? Good to see you, man. I'm sorry for the delay, man. I had some emergency stuff, family emergency stuff happened. And yeah, then it says that Loki is some raging. Yeah, man, that guy is. I've seen a few interactions there. I'm not too keen on who he is, but I know he's on the other side now. And salutations. And General says it all comes across like cope. Yeah, even Flash's enemies were saying he'd make bank on this campaign like Eric did with the first 2 ISOMs. Yeah, what he's doing here is very clear. He's trying to like I mentioned later, no, he's trying to paint the situation to him favorably, but it's not. No? He says here the way you're using potential customers is nonsensical. It's like you're purposely ignoring what's taking place. He doesn't get viewers. I never said that. It's unlikely that all know his this. It's unlikely that's your job to make sure that they do know that he exists and that there is a book out there. Because if you're the promotional arm of this campaign, then it's your job to make sure that these 500 people could possibly end up being customers. You did it for yourself. Why couldn't you do it for Yellow Trash? None of this hibbity jibbity negates that there's a potential out there. No, potential is the key word here. Since you want to flash around your business knowledge, what do you project will his final sales be? Since he knows so much about business, since he knows how this thing works, and I'm just some foolish person who doesn't know any better. I just surface level knowledge and I don't know anything, and he knows everything. Then what is his projection? What does he project? And then he came back with this. The potential is nonsensical as you're attempting to tie it, or rather have it be the main contributing factor. This is hibbity jibbity. We have a sales goal, which isn't some random number. Yeah, I highly doubt that. It looks like a pretty random number. 100% intentional. Yeah. What's up, Dave? Then it says, yeah, at this point, people in general know what to expect from YouTuber comics, plus the previews of that campaign did not help. Yeah. I'm looking forward to make 1,000 sales on a campaign someday, but I only have 600. Yeah, I mean, we have, I don't know how you take it, Dave, but I mean, I look at my reality. For me, for example, 1,000 sales is life-changing. I don't know if life-changing, but career-changing in my case. No, like if I were to get 1,000 sales, that would be great. But that is not a reality towards my context. Now, my context, you can take a look at the YouTube channel. I got 580 something subs. I got 2,000 people on Twitter. And so, I mean, that when you try to get those numbers and then convert that into actual people buying it, it's a really small number. Really small number. So I don't even know if I'm gonna fulfill my not fulfill. I don't even know if I'm gonna fund my own campaign because considering my numbers. So I'm gonna try my best and then see what happens. That's why people I have crap, hold on. I have my link in the chat. You guys need to it's pinned. Please take a look at the pinned comment in it's right here. Take a look at the pinned comment in the chat. Sign up for Ominus. You get if you sign up, you're going to get a discount, and the discount is going to give you this amazing deal, which is 2 books for the price of 1. So you spend $10 plus shipping, just $10 plus shipping. You're going to get 2 books, 2 36-page books, and I mean, I don't know. I don't know what else I could give you. There is something else I'm going to give you. Wait, I don't know if I should announce this just yet. But But I mean, get in on that deal because you don't want to miss out on that. Do not miss out. Later, you're gonna be like, "Hey, man, now I gotta pay $20 for these books." I mean, get in on the deal. Do not miss out. No. And I got my sketchbook. What's going on, man? And thank you very much for stopping by. I appreciate it. Yeah, we're taking a look at my interaction with Area July, talking about Yellow Trash's failure on his launch day and his coping. And so yeah, so let's continue with this. Now, Area July says potential is nonsensical. Rather have it be the main contributing factor. Some random number of 100. So he says here, that's where we feel good about this campaign. So this guy is incapable of even giving some kind of support towards his own friend. For example, if you tell me how much is Dave going to make in his next campaign, man, I think Dave could possibly make 5,000, 10,000. We can make Dave into 20,000. If I'm working together with Dave, the idea is to promote Dave, to hype him up, to make sure that more people see his campaign, and not say, I think we'll just make the funding goal of $500. I mean, we'll just say. So that shows a lack of confidence in the book that they're putting out, in their marketing schemes or whatever. No, so it was really sad. No? So Dave says 1,000 sales is no small feat for an indie book. It's not. Yeah, it's true. But for a creator with a following of 100K or whatever, it seems a bit low. Yeah, definitely. What are his backer numbers today? I don't know. This is we're talking specifically my interaction with Area July that day. I haven't interacted with him since we stopped our interaction on Monday, I think it was. And you can look at the conversation, and there's no trying to make them understand and see the light. No, there's none of that with any of this. So it's really sad because now we have these two factions completely entrenched, each one in their own side of things. And so one group is not going to convince the other that they're wrong, and then the other group is not going to convince the other that they're wrong. So they're just fighting and defending their positions. No, so I mean, in those cases, I really refuse to try to speak and try to get them to understand, because if they're not open to understand that they could possibly make a mistake with what they say, then there's no reason to continue the discussion, because you're just wasting your breath, trying to convince them of anything that they could be mistaken with. And so I come back after that. It says, yeah, if that's how you want to frame it, fine. The numbers still stand. No, so you can paint it however you want, but the numbers are still there. The numbers are going to always be there. No, we're going to look back at this years on down, and it's always going to be the fact that Yellow Trash launched his campaign on Friday with great expectation and only sold 1,000 books, or only had 1,000 backers. That's going to always be there, and that's going to be a stain in Ripasen's history. No, because they're trying to supposedly convince people to use their service so that they can sell their book. But even with their first product, with their first attempts, their first product, their flagship IP, I guess you could say, because I don't think there's any other IP out there that could outshine a possible Yellow Flash book. Maybe a Nerdrotic book. No, I think Nerdrotic also has a tremendous following. Maybe something that he were to put out could possibly outshine Yellow Flash. But other than that, I mean, what other motivation does any YouTuber out there have to go with Area July if these are the numbers that they're pulling in? So what's the benefit in that case? I'll just do it for myself if that was the case. No, so yeah, so I came back, and that's how you want to frame it. Fine, the numbers still stand, and $100,000 is where you feel good. That's a surprise. No, I would have expected you to have a little bit more faith in your buddy Yellow Trash than that. Let's hope that he makes that funding goal, because his first day of performance has been abysmal. I try to get that word seared into their brains, because abysmal, failure is bad. It's not good. Because I know that's where it stings them. And then I get this Garrett guy. Personally, emotionally, what you expect is not important of the metric of what you expect is not important to the metric of success. The book is already funded. That isn't the crowdfunding. These are raw sales, and we will be great. No, Yeah, he didn't word that. I thought he was talking about just in general what people expect is not important to the metric of success. And I was like, how is it what you expect not part of that? So, and he's trying to say that I'm saying you individually. I was like, yeah, you should have phrased that better. And comment about and that comment isn't about Yellow Flash's success, but rather his lack of faith. And he says, the crux. I'm assuming he says the crux of your response is based on your expectation and metric of success. Your bit about faith even further highlights that as you are using your own faulty logic to measure the performance. Yeah, that's how you want to see it. Fine, the numbers still stand. It says a lot, though, that you would go. Yeah, this is another point that I thought was really interesting, that he would spend all this time arguing with me, a nobody, on X. No, what he supposedly should be doing his business instead of talking to me all this time. He should be out there pushing Yellow Trash's book. I don't like that guy. And it says, if that's how you want to see it, fine. Like I said before, the numbers still stand. It says a lot, though, that you would go out of your way for such a long time to talk about what he considers is just my expectation of a campaign, because he mentions that. He says, based on your expectation. So he's trying to disprove someone's expectation. What's the purpose? Like, why spend so much time and effort trying to do that? The numbers are there, and this combo has been your earnest effort to disprove that, which you didn't. The numbers still stand. Only 1,000 books sold on day one. And he says he tries to justify it. No, I love talking business, especially with other supposed creators, because hopefully there's some takeaway from this. And I don't know if he notices, but there's a great takeaway from all of this. Like, we've seen the way that he's been he has revealed himself, of how he thinks. And yeah. I think you fried that one, brains. Yeah, we will great. We will be great. I'm assuming he says, no, we will be great. And then Genuine says, Dave says, why would Yellow Trash's subscribers be interested in comic books anyways? Yeah, I mean, if anybody's following Yellow Trash and they see his videos, and then if all they see in the videos is that this sucks, this is a failure, heads are going to roll, don't back this, they keep doing this, pushing this, doing that, don't buy this, don't get this, I don't know how he would expect that people will want to buy anything that he does. So all that constant negativity in that case, why would people be interested in pursuing comics and pop culture if his opinion of it is horrendous? So yeah. It says, I'm not that familiar with him. Me neither. But people didn't follow him because he had a combo channel. That's true. Right now, 62. That's where he's at now. Jeez, man. Wait, it's about to be almost a week, and he still hasn't got his funding goal. Oh, that is horrible. And he says, I love talking business, especially with other supposed creators, because hopefully there's some takeaway. Yeah. Not only 1,000 books, already 1,000 books, closing in on 1,500. And I was like, no. Yeah, if you want to frame it that way, yeah. You could say the glass is half full or it's half empty. I expected the glass to be overflowing because considering who Yellow Trash is, considering who Eric July is, Eric July is the business man. He knows everything about business, hibbity jibbity. He knows everything. He knows all this stuff, but he couldn't do it for Yellow Flash. No, if he can't do it for Yellow Flash, then who can he do it for? No, but it didn't happen. Foolish of me to expect anything or so much from Yellow Trash. And then this guy pops in, Cool Sax. I don't know who this guy is. I don't think I'll ever understand why some of you creators think it's a good idea to go around and try to take a dump on other creators. Yeah, this is something I'll get into this in just a moment. Also, once I wrap this up, because if anybody follows me on X and on YouTube, I'm not one to get into things like this. I mean, like, if people want to be ignorant, they could be ignorant at their own expense, on their own time. I'd rather just focus on my own stuff. But this guy right here, Yellow Trash, he hits a nerve because of what he's done in the scene. So I'll get into that in just a second. And it says Yeah, that's fine. Thankfully, our expectations are based upon real market data. I don't know what the heck that is. No, I don't know what real market data says that what he's doing is great, and it's off to a fantastic start. All right, so here he's trying to undermine the comments and he's trying to boast his success. No, foolishly enough. So I come back with that, and well, then, if you want to be that obtuse about it, if you want to be that closed-minded about it, congratulations on your fantastic start. No, I would have loved to pre-order the book, which is a lie. I had no intentions of backing that book. But your boy Yellow Trash has me blocked, along with many others who did absolutely nothing to him in CG. It must be that real market data that's guiding him to do such a thing. Yeah, this is what it really was. No, this guy, he got it. No, he let it go on because he wanted the final word. Yeah, that's true. I believe that also. He just wants to have the last say in things. And so what happened? And yeah. It says the failure isn't with the subs wanting or not wanting the comic. It's the fact that instead of putting in the work and creating the hype of market his project, Yellow Flash stabs CG in the back. That's right. To seek that Ripperverse success. That's exactly my point. Like, I mean, this guy, Yellow Trash, completely destroyed the whole his relations with the entire community. For what purpose? Anybody in business or in war will know, like, if you're going to leave this faction, it's because there's got to be some kind of benefit in this other faction. No, if I'm going to stop hanging out with these people, it's because I know that these people are going to give me something better. I can guarantee you that CG would have done much better with this than without. No, his numbers would have been through the roof right now. But no, for some reason, I don't know what his thing was. And if you guys have caught Trash Cast last night, you would have seen though how his reaction, how his relation was with Ethan, and how how they were friends at first, and how he tried to reap some kind of benefit from him, and then all of a sudden he did that switch. I don't know what triggered that, but yeah, we'll get into that in just a moment. So yeah, so my sketch says stab CG in the back to seek that Ripperverse success of ISOM. He could have stayed neutral and let Dylan run the campaign, and he would have made closer to the target speculation from other indie comic creators. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, now, let's say it. Let's take a look at this because I got a bunch of comments on this also. This guy Lawrence, you honestly didn't want the book. Yeah, whatever. You can miss me with your comments, man. Sarah Graves. Yeah, he probably has you blocked because you're going around calling him Yellow Trash like a whiny baby. Yeah, just to clear things up. Yeah, I didn't start this. No, I didn't start this with Yellow Trash. I didn't start any of this at all. And all of this that I'm commenting on Eric, your last post is because of Yellow Trash. Now let's take a look at this so you guys can see this firsthand. So you guys won't be saying I'm making stuff up. Let's click on Yellow Flash. Yellow Trash. You see this right here. All right, this happened out of nowhere. I've never talked to this guy. I never hung out with the guy. I don't know what his beef could have been with me, but that's the situation, and that's not just with me. That's just with a bunch of other people. Now, I personally don't care, but to then later disparage, to then later to then later talk bad about the community and then attack the community, attack other people in CG, and that's uncalled for. No, so. There's no need to do that. No, you could just mute people like I do. Just mute people and then be about your business. But you don't have to do all this other stuff. It's unnecessary. And so so it is also childish on my behalf, I guess you could say, to point this stuff out. But hey, I mean that's what I get to do that if I like. This is my prerogative, is my decisions. And if I get to point out his failures, and yeah, if he wants to come back and point out my failures, he can do that too. I'm not going to care. But yeah, says same here. Never an interaction with the guy, and poof, yeah. And for people that have not known, there is at the moment a CG. Let me see if I can. Or do I go to check out the communities? 1 second. Let me check this out. For people that don't know, there was once heck, why is it so big? Yeah. I'll share this with you guys. 1 second. My screen, I don't want to see. I don't want you guys seeing me all big. Yeah, for people that don't know, we have this wonderful Commons Gate community tab that's got 1,100 members in it. If you haven't joined, I recommend that you go ahead and join. But we had this a long time ago. This was created. But we had this. I'm sorry. Let me not get ahead of myself. We had this a long time ago, a few years ago, and the person who created it was Yellow Flash, and we had a lot of people in there. I'm not 100% sure how many, like, compared to this new one that we have, but in the previous one there was a lot of people, a lot of big names in there also, and it's nothing but this, just people posting things related to a CG. No, so we had this, and then Yellow Flash, Yellow Trash out of nowhere just completely destroyed the community tab. And for what reason? I mean, there was no need to do that. You just could have you could have left as a moderator, could have left it to the other moderators to handle it, and could have just left about your business. if you're not for beef, for drama and all these things, there's ways to approach it. Like, there's ways to escape a situation without having to fall into the drama. You don't necessarily have to, like, just openly say F you to everybody and then just, expect to walk away scot-free. I mean, that doesn't work like that. No, if you don't want to be part of CG, just wipe your hands. Like, okay, I'm just be quiet. Just step on outside, close the door behind you. Don't let it hit you on the way out, and then that's it. And then people in CG just continue about their business. They're not going to care about you or anything you say, and then that's it. There's no need to block. There's no need to destroy the community, and then there's no need to continue disparaging against us, as if that's gonna. As if that's going to benefit you in some way, because obviously, from what we're seeing, it's not benefiting you at all. So that's the reason why I pointed it out. That's the reason why I made that comment to Eric July. I have no disregard. I mean, I have no intentions of trying to, like, get into it with Eric July, because that guy is, like, he's like neck deep in hibbity jibbity. That guy doesn't. There's no way of trying to convince that what he's doing is wrong or he should take more critique. There's nothing. There's nothing there. That guy is a lost cause. Him and most of his followers are all lost causes. Also, there's no way of trying to, like, let them see that some of the things that they're doing is bad. Like double page spreads on the wrong page. No, constant typos, constant mistakes with art. Having an art director, supposedly various art directors, and then having all of these mistakes. No, it's nonsensical. It's completely crazy, and makes no nonsense. And yeah, so he didn't have to do that. So I made the comment specifically to annoy the crap out of them, because that's what I wanted to do, because it annoyed the crap out of me that he would destroy that CG community. And then thankfully, now that, I also want to give a shout out to the general, because he stepped in. He created this new community, and then it's been blossoming ever since. So if you consider yourself CG or CG adjacent or whatever you want to call it, you want to hang out, yes, join the community tab and check out all the great stuff that we got going on there. No, and let me see what you guys are saying. It says Yellow Flash stab CG in the back. Did I read this? I think I already read this. Yeah, I already read that. Yeah, no interaction. The guy, poof, block. Yeah, he chain blocked a bunch of us. He chain blocked a bunch of us, and and surprisingly, there's some people that weren't chain blocked, and you'll see them. If you scour around the YouTube sites, you'll see who hasn't been blocked, who is still on his good graces, and and then you have to ask yourself, does that matter to you if you're on his good graces or not? Because all right, one thing about CG, the one thing that I like about CG is that it's 100% against leftist ideology in comics. No, and that's my biggest thing. My biggest thing is not seeing left woke ideology too much in comics. I don't like that at all. Uh, I'm a Catholic conservative, and so I want to see more of that in comics. And so CG supposedly in part though is taking a stand against that. So anything that's in favor of that is not to my personal liking. So in this case, um, similar to what's been happening in politics in the U.S., like you can't really um, be warm with your approach. Like if you're not consistent, if you're not adamant with how you should approach things, and as the word says, no, gatekeep specific ideas and things from entering and festering in the comic scene, then it's only going to get worse. No, and so that's what happened with Eric July. Eric July supposedly was a libertarian, supposedly was against all these ideas, was bashing Disney and Marvel for being a woke leftist, and then all of a sudden he's got Satanists in there. He's got the typical, the shaved haircut and stuff like that. I mean, the haircut is not an offense at all, but just what it represents or what it could indicate, of the type of thinking behind that. They did a comic talking about the Saska sisters posted about this. It was a comic, a religious comment flavor to it, and I mean, the daring, the nerve, the audacity in this case, of trying to say that they're not one thing when you can see it through their actions. It's not good, no? And so we shouldn't allow that in CG. Like CG has certain things that describe it and characterize it as it is, and then having other people come in trying to change that is what causes these disruptions. These ruptures between these sides. It's what cause, in my opinion, some of that Dungeoneer stuff. Because you have people that want to approach things differently. They want to be more open. They want to be this. Why is the set standard like this? And why can't we change things? Why can't we revolutionize? That's subversive talk, and then later festers, and then we should take a stand, and then revolution. I don't know what other kind of things go off in their head, but we have to be very careful with that, because that tends to fuel egos, and then send people to do things and to say things that don't have any place, and so I mean, because the CG means a lot of different things for a lot of different people. It's not just and for some people it's all about money. Some people it's like, no, I'm coming to CG because I see all these campaigns make it 10, 20, 30, 40, 50,000, 100,000, and I want some of that money. And it not necessarily means that I hate ideology. No, I like left ideology. I like right ideology. I like making money. I'm going to jump in and do all that stuff. And some of those creators also got to keep an eye out on all these people. So, it's in my case, for example, I'm always observant when there's like new people entering in CG, because there's always like, what are you doing here? What's your intentions with CG? Are you gonna diss us the moment that you get a chance? Because that's happened so many times, and it's I'm gonna continue having these thoughts of anybody that's new on the scene. So I'm not gonna do anything to disrupt anything, but I'm gonna be like, always, I got my eye on you guys. For example, the same thing with Eric July. I've never bought a single book from him. The moment he came out, I was like, what's this guy? Because I never grew up with anybody. I never grew up knowing about Eric July. In the last few years, I didn't know anything about him. Nobody ever mentioned me like, oh, hey, you should check out Eric July. He's really good. I've never heard of anything like that. And so when he started launching his comic, I was like, oh, so now he's doing it too? Oh, okay, cool. I compared it to Keanu Reeves. I didn't know Keanu Reeves was into making comics, but then out of nowhere, he comes out with that comic Berserker. He puts a lot of money on the table to get good artists and stuff like that, and he got a great creative team together. And he made a great book. But at the end of the day, is he still making comics? At the end of the day, is he still working with that? No, it's just he's just come in here, put out a comic, and then that's it, just for the sake of putting one out. And so I thought Eric July was something like that. I thought it was just like some YouTuber, and it ended up being true. It's just some YouTuber trying to make a comic because everybody else was doing it. And when his first comic came out, I didn't buy it. I didn't want to buy it. I also saw his how he's got his how he's got his campaign set up where you get nothing for free. There's no stretch goals. No, I mean the way he's got his stretch goals set up is that the funding goal is 100,000. If we get to 500,000, then I will let you continue spending more money on another product that I'm going to release. And then when we get to 1 million, I'm going to unlock the statue where you have to continue paying more money for more things. And there's nothing that he gets for free. Nothing that backers get for free, which is completely the opposite with CG. CG, you said the stretch goal. Like if we get our goal is 2,000. If we get to 10,000, you guys are going to get a free print or a free comic. No, I'm sorry, or a free trading card or a free magnet or something. But that doesn't apply to him. And so when I saw that, I was like, man, no, I'm not doing that. And it was and then normally books in CG they're priced at $25. His was 35, I think, the first one, plus shipping. And shipping back then when he launched his campaign was up there. And I think it was like $70 for one book in my case, because I'm international. I was like, no, I'm not spending that money on this new guy. I was like, no, I don't even know who he is. He's got nothing to his no cred to his name to say that, oh yeah, this book is gonna be good. Nothing. So I never got it. And yeah, I mean, time proved that I wasn't 100% wrong, because he is at the end of the day a YouTuber. And he doesn't he's not a comic book creator by any means. And so yeah, no, so that was that, no. And Sketchbook says, funny, the only people defending Yellow Flash are Rippaverse fans and not only Yellow Flash fans or subs. Yeah, where are his fans at? Yeah, that's true. Yeah, where is his people at? And then my sketchbook says he had to. This was all Eric's doing. Just remember the night letter. Yeah, how he manipulates behind the scenes. Yellow Flash is a follower, not a leader. Yeah, that could be also true. Yeah, and that wouldn't be something crazy. Like what is to say that Ethan is the only one who got a letter like that? No, everybody probably could have got a letter like that. No, I don't know the name of these YouTubers, but all those guys for Friday Night Tights, all those guys probably could have got some letters like, hey, you guys need to get in line and follow behind Area July. That could be 100% true. And it depends on how people react. No, Ethan leaked his, but who's to say that Yellow Trash didn't get one? And then he said, oh, okay, I'm sorry, Area July, I'll follow along. No, and so that he doesn't lose that money, I guess you can say. No, yeah, that makes perfect sense. I'm sorry, guys. And the general says, I've been having issues where it won't let me post in it. Try to resolve it. Maybe my old phone. Are you talking about the community tab? That may be why I haven't seen you post anything in there. Do you need me to make you a mod? I don't know, but if I can help out with that, let me know, General. Let me know. And then my sketch was, that's because Eric is after the bottom line. Money's just money. Yeah, that's why there isn't much money left for Mighty Golden Shower Ranger by Yellow Trash. Yeah. And then Dave says, I never understood the marketing strategy of seeking conflict with other creators and customers, especially if you're sensitive to pushback. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, especially if you're sensitive to pushback. Yeah, because as you can see in this interaction here, I make comments, and 1 second, let me stop sharing this. I make comments, and then everybody comes out of the woodwork. And all right, I'll share this. 1 second. All right, yeah. No, congratulations on your success. I got 10 comments here. I got a bunch of people out here. I mean, whatever. No, this is the pushback right here. Just is the pushback. This is a bunch of his fans and followers coming to attack me, making comments. Uh, yeah, sit the fuck down. Sour grapes make the best wine. You wanted the final word. Yeah, you didn't do nothing. You good boy didn't do nothing. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Yeah, here it says you should be blocked because you are a CG dick rider that spins the same inaccurate same inaccurate narratives passed down from a failing former comic pro that can't seem to focus on getting his book sold. You are a non-factor to yellow trash. Therefore, you stay in the void. If that were the case, then why are you spending all this time commenting on it? Why are you commenting on it? It's got nothing to do with you. I'm talking to Edge July. I'm talking to Yellow Trash. Why are you commenting on it? So I mean, and no, this is not anything given to me from Ethan, from anyone. No, this is just my analysis, my interaction with Yellow Trash. Full blocked me. You destroyed the CG community that we used to use to communicate and contact and spread information about campaigns and such. Talk crap about us, and then he just thinks he's just going to walk away with that, just scot free because he can just do that. No, and you got this idiot here that says, "All I heard was, hey, Holmes, where's the chips and sauce?" I mean, whatever, man. And so, like, you see the comments, right? So that's the pushback. I mean, so like, if you're sensitive to this stuff, then you shouldn't get into it. Like, I could care less. I care less what people say. I care less what people say. Um, yeah, just my business and all this is just to say it in his face, and that's what you get for talking crap about CG. That's it. I'm not going to continue talking with him because the failure is there. The failure he's had his failure. 1,000 books on launch day one. That's it. Let's all enjoy the week. Let's enjoy this and laugh at it, and that's it. But I'm not going to continue. I'm not wasting my time talking about Yellow Trash either. Hopefully, this is the last Ominus-Cast that we guys see, but we never know what the future holds. Huh? And then it says, "Truth being told, EJ is hypersensitive." Yeah, that interaction really is good. Yeah. I mean, what need does Eric July have to talk with me? Who am I for him? He's the big that Avengers thing. What quarrel does an ant have with the boot? So I mean, he would the boot would go out of his way to explain to the ant. Well, this you got the narrative wrong, man. It's not So that's yes, it just exposes him for what he is. Like any comment that you make to Area July that goes against his narrative will get this kind of result. He'll come back and contact you. He'll write to you, and then he won't do anything. But all these other repertoires are gonna just come out of the woodwork and start commenting and talking and stuff. And that's the thing. So you poke it, response, and then the other guys come back at you. And so that's what it is. So super sensitive, unnecessarily sensitive because the eyes are there. Everybody is seeing it. We all see how he's taking it. So it just exposes him more than it does me. So yeah. My sketchbook says every few years there's a CG purge. Yeah, usually to do to people who have ulterior. Yeah, that's correct. That's true. That is 100% true. Trying to think if I can mention the name of someone who just came in and left without trying to get into too much trouble. But there are people out there like that, and everybody says it. But I'm trying to give an example of a specific person. Who could I mention? I can't think of anybody. Yeah, without potential pushback, because there are people out there that they'll come in here, they'll boast CG, they'll come and do the chess thing, and then as soon as they get what they need to get, they're out. And it depends on what it is. It could be a contact. It could be like getting to know this one person. It could be money. It could be making friends and then using those friends to later do something else. That's been done. I've seen that a bunch of times also, and yeah, it's crazy. General says the Saskas The Sasuke hire baffled me when I find out about all the Satanist and incest stuff. Eric was the one who said to gatekeep the fuck out of the river and then hires the same word. Yeah, yeah, dying by his own words. Yeah, he said gatekeep the f out of it, and then he's letting all these other people in. You know, and so he's got the white lady writing the white book. He's got the females writing the female book. He's the black guy writing the black guy book. And so I mean, it's just the same tropes, the same things that you would see in Disney and Marvel. He's applying it to his business also. So where's the difference? Where's the difference? And then my sketch says, I knew him being in CG streams was a grift. He needed real comic customers, even though even he knew that the FNT subs weren't going to put up the money he wanted. I mean, Gary almost picks them clean. Yeah, that is 100% true. Also, yeah, he came after us, just because he saw the support that people had for the books. I mean, we could just see it recently with Shane's pinball. Like, he was like 20 G's away from it, like on closing day, and then he just closed that gap and then some. And so yeah, I mean, that's the kind of thing that CG does. Like, and so yeah, I mean. I see where that can entice people to want to jump in and follow that. No, but you shouldn't take advantage of that stuff. No, it's just if you're in it, be in it. Jenna said he even got into a heated argument with Pisa Mendy of all people who said you shouldn't stress the fans to gatekeep. Yeah, that was one of the very early I guess detractors, I guess we could say, was Pete. Yeah. Pete got into it a long time ago with Air July, over the rhetoric that he was using at the time, and then how it was inappropriate. Some people were also not too keen on Pete making those kinds of comments because, hey man, we're all supposed to be in this together, and so they saw like Pete was making unnecessary comments. But no, I mean, Pete's a very wise man. He's he knows what he's talking about. The last person in this space that you want to question about is Pete. That guy's been making comics. He's been making them, not reading them, making them for the last 19 years. 19 years. He's seen so many creators. He's had so much success. There's nothing in terms of making comics that you can tell Pete. He's a great resource. I was on this. If anybody didn't know, I was on his show yesterday. He had open mic yesterday. I was on the show last night, and yeah, it's always a pleasure to talk with him. Hopefully, I can get Pete to come on the show, maybe in a few weeks or so. Talk about his printing idea because now he wants to print comics. And man, if anybody can make it happen, it's Pete. So hopefully, I can get him on here. We can talk about that stuff and then just kick it. I haven't had him on the show for a while, and yeah, King Cryptid is an amazing IP. Also, you guys should back that. He's currently now in issue 13. So yeah, it's back with the confidence when it comes to Pete. He's great. I love Pete. And Pete Moss says, yeah, around 50,000 for Ice on one book and shipping. Yeah, it was a sucker. Yeah. I was a sucker. Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, don't feel bad because we all get caught up in the hype. And just to prove that, check this out. I got something. I'm going to show you guys my most embarrassing drawing. Just check this out. Hold on, I think you guys are gonna dig this. It's just so you guys can see how far I went to supporting that guy or trying to support that guy. Back in those days, just so you can see. So hopefully this can eliminate this whole idea that I'm a detractor, that I always was against. No, take a look at this. Who's that? Who's that? That's ISOM. This is for ISOM's fan art contest for issue number 2. This is the same issue where Shane Davis had a cover, where Ethan Van Sciver had a cover. I forgot who else had a cover. And in that time, everything was okay, and I was like, okay, I guess if Ethan says it's okay, we're okay to throw our support to him. Let me throw my support. I'll jump into this fan art contest and do my best. And this is my piece. Here are these weird monkey alien guys that were in issue number 2. No, so yeah. So I mean, it's not me. I'm just hating for the sake of hating. No, like everything was great until the night letters came, until all these other things started popping up, and then you know what? Now this is my most embarrassing drawing because uh, I got a really good drawing of a creator and a character that I could care less about. But but yeah, so yeah, don't feel like you're a sucker, Petey. No, we all get caught up in the hype. We all get caught up in it, and then we let our emotions get the best of us. And no, it's okay. I mean, if you got the book, don't feel bad for getting the book. If we could try to flip it around and make some kind of a sale or profit from that, then yeah, man. No, yeah, I read the book. I read both books. I read ISOM 1 and ISOM 2. On there's a digital page where you can read it for free. I forgot what the name of the page is, but you see it all and you read it all, and it's horrible. It's horrible. And so his undoing is just him by himself. No, and it's like General says, yeah, that community tab, I can pin stuff, but stuff I post won't actually show up in the tab. Huh? Can you show me the like maybe post it and then send it to my DMs and then maybe I can pin it. I don't know if that works, but we'll see that. Chips and salsa are good. Success doesn't need explaining. Yeah, definitely. Funny how you can't have your own opinion and be a Ripperverse fan. You're an automatic. Yeah. Be safe, Dave. Have a great one, man, and we'll be in contact. Because I would love to be on your show also. Cheers, cheers. Disavow what? The art. The art needs to be seen by all. That is awesome. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. So that was me throwing my throwing my um throwing my support foolishly, I guess we could say, not to Eric July. And I saw this. I don't know if I can find it or not. I thought this was interesting. Yeah, this is something. This is funny. Hold on, let me show you. Let me show you guys this. Check this out. I posted it, and look what Eric July said. Good work. Yeah, this is almost 2 years ago. Almost 2 years ago. Yeah, it's crazy how things change over time, you know. This about yeah. So that's the comment right there. He saw it. He did it was good. He thought it was good work. And yeah, different times. So. And let's see. I wanted to see if there's anything else that I wanted to mention about that. There was July art. July. Yeah, all of this is there's one more thing else I wanted to show off. Hold on. um. Oh man. Oh. I'm looking for something. There's one last thing that I want to show you. And then that would be the it. That would be the end of. That would be it for this first episode. Hopefully, last episode of Ominus-Cast. um, hold up. Uh, Yeah, you even got a. Yeah, here we go. That is the last thing that I wanted to share. I'm just looking at the interaction. I even got a comment from JDA. That's funny. All right, so this is the original post. Here's my response, and then here I get this comment from Matt. It says you never sold 1,000 of anything you made. When you do, we should call it a failure. And I said, given the context, though, if I had 500,000 subs on YouTube, the supporter Rip Reverse with other 500,000 subs on YouTube, FNT crew or more, then yeah, feel free to call it a failure. You don't even have to wait that long, though. If you want to call me a failure right now, go ahead. Unlike Air July, if some unknown calls me a failure, I wouldn't care. I never called you a failure. I will call out the bandwagoning you're doing with yellow trash stuff. Has yellow trash or Dillard ever done anything to you personally that you would need to join in? Everybody else is shit talking. Ethan and a handful of kooks want to rage and spurg out over yellow trash having a book. Why join in on gay behavior? And then I explained to him, no, he blocked me. CG tab, disparage against CG. That sounds like surface level shit, and he just blocked you out of the blue. You do you too. So that's the interaction that I had with Matt Barr. Again, I made the comment to Air July. I don't know what need is there for him to comment on that, but he did. So, but luckily it wasn't offensive. But yeah. And it's funny that he says, no, I will call out the bandwagoning with Yellow Flash. And why does he need to personally join in? That's something that he could ask himself. No, because what if what he's calling me about doing is bandwagoning and then trying to get into things that are not my business? He's doing the same thing by entering that conversation and talking to me about it. What need does he have? He could just continue about his business. No, I'm not talking with him about it. So I don't know why there's a need for him to make a comment. Is he trying to white knight for Air July? I don't know. I have no idea, but there's that also. That I thought that was surprising though. And then my sketch says, for being a successful businessman, he never sees that you guys are former supporters. He's never heard of customer retention. Yeah, he's horrible with that. Horrible. He's horrible with holding on to customers. And we can see that as the decline in his book sales continue to decline, to go down. So he just has no ability to hold on to customers, and supporters and people that just want to support him. Tell him, no, hey, you're not a pro at this. There's things that you can learn still. There's things that even pros are learning now to this day. So I mean, be humble. Be humble yourself, and take the critique. No, I mean, we're not trying to tear down your business. We're trying to make it better. Because if it goes good for him, and he's supposedly on our side with gatekeeping things and trying to keep left ideology outside of comics, if he's on our side, then what more would we want than his success? No, because his success, like people say, no, rising tide lift all boats and all that stuff. No, so I mean, if he's good, if he's successful, then we are too. So there's no need for us to unnecessarily trash the thing down. No, it's all about critiquing what needs to be critiqued, improving what could be improved, and then be man enough to say, hey, I fucked up. I'm going to correct it. Thank you very much for pointing it out. So take care of my sketch. We appreciate you hopping on. It means a lot. Please like and sub. Also, hey, guys, sign up for my Ominous Avenging Death. And don't forget to sign up. And then says, somehow I don't like the use of the tractor. EJ has nothing important to detract to. Yeah, definitely. Bye, bro. What's up, man? Damn, did I miss the whole day? No, yeah, I started late. I had this schedule at 10:30. I started at 11, and I'm sorry. I had situations here at home. And then Dennis says, rap bar and his stupidity. And then Dennis says, talking about raging and spurging out. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. Nobody. I'm not provoking him. I mean, I'm commenting there in July. I don't know what he's got to comment about that stuff. Or JDA. JDA put a comment out too. Pop Culture Rocks. What's up, man? What's up, Hammerhand? Yeah, man. Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, this guy is doing things great. No, he's got, what is it, like 4,000 subs on this channel, and he's got 50,000 dollars on this campaign. That's the way that's a success. Pop Culture Rocks is a success. What's that, Tabbo? This is my sister. What's up, D? And so yeah, so that's pretty much it. And then the only thing else that I have to say, if I can get, I got a few people in the chat. If I can get you guys to please sign up for Ominous. If I can get, hold on, let me see if I can show you guys this. I don't know if I can or not. Can I share that? Let me try it one more time. 60K. That's what's up, man. Congratulations, man. Pop Culture Rock is going neck and neck with what's his face with Yellow Trash. You got this, Pop Culture. You can do it, man. No, I can't share it, but I wanted to share something with you guys that I can't. I need 9 more subscribers. If I can get 9 more subscribers, I will reveal some new art. I will reveal a character bio for one of the characters in the book. If I can get 9 more subscribers, if I can make that happen, the link is in the chat. If you guys can make that happen, I will be more than happy. I wish I could. I wish you could too. Yeah, but yeah, let me share what I got with. Hold on. Let me close this down. Let me share this. Hold on. I'm going to share this. I'm going to close this down a little bit. I'm going to see if it's possible. I could probably jump on to Katie Did's channel. She's currently streaming right now. And I wanted to talk to you guys about that because I don't know how long she's going to be doing this for. And she might be stepping on my toes, but maybe she might not. I don't know. Should I continue streaming on Thursdays or should I change it to Fridays? Yeah, but here's the cover. This is Ominous Avenging Death. It's a 10-page fight scene. All this comic book is just a fight scene. Just so you guys can see what kind of story and you can expect from me, what kind of visual storytelling with the fights you can expect. So it's a fight scene with these 2 characters. This is the hero of my story. His name is Zadok. Here's the villain of the story. His name is Deathmonger. And so it's just a 10-page fight scene. Now, I understand that 10 pages is not a lot at all. It's not a lot at all. And so I want to put more content in the book to justify the price. So I'm going to put in a concept art. I'm going to put in an art gallery because I got some pinups that I want to share with you guys. I also got fan art from some creators that were kind enough to draw some of the characters, mostly Deathmonger. The people love Deathmonger. And so I want to put all that in the book. And if depending on how the campaign does, I may even include the 5-page preview that I have, hopefully with colors. I could also include that in the book. And so here's the book. The book is done. The book is finished. It's 10 pages like this. But what's different from this version versus the previous one that I had available is that I'm making changes to this version. If you can see here at the top left corner, I got this black and gray caption box. You'd have to zoom in to read it, to really read it. And so that was something that people picked out. And so I'm going to change that, and I'm going to make some other changes. And so, yeah, right now everything is stripped down. We've taken all the text out, and we're going back and reworking everything again from the beginning. And I'm currently doing that right now with my letterer, Paul Bird. So by the time the campaign launches, this book is going to be done. So there's no need to worry that, oh, Elliot's working on the art or Elliot's doing this or there's that to be done. There's none of that. The book is going to be finished. The book is going to be finished. All the artwork is going to be done. And so I'll run the campaign maybe 30 days, 60 days, close the campaign, and then fulfill the book. And then after that, I'll have this campaign running just in case, like an in-demand type thing, in-demand type thing where you can just get the book while I'm working on Ominous 1, like the actual main story of the book. And so so the link is in the chat. Please, it's in the chat right now. Take a look at the chat. Sign up. If you haven't signed up, please sign up. All you got to do is click on it. Just put in your name, put in your email, and then you'll be signed up to the newsletter. And with that newsletter, I'll give you all the updates. I'm going to send out the first update maybe next week. because it's been a month. So I just want to make sure that people have understood, know that they're in the sign up list or in the newsletter. They're going to get the deal there. I'm going to make sure that you can get 2 books for the price of 1. And I'm going to have 3 covers on the book. So I'm going to have another deal where you can get 3 covers, all 3 covers for the price of 2. So I'm trying to save you guys money and giving you more content in return, because normally the way campaigns work on CG is that you back the book at $25, and then if you can get more people to get it, then you'll get free tchotchkes, like a print, sticker, or magnet. But in this case, no. I've seen over the years that people are not too. If you were to ask someone, what would you prefer, a magnet or more content on the book, or a faster book, or a better book, or something for the book? People almost always say, no, give me the book fast, give me good quality, all these things, and scrap the tchotchkes. So I'm taking that approach. I'm going to give you everything's going to be in the book. I'm not going to throw in a bunch of prints. I'm going to put all the prints into like an art gallery in the book. I'm going to put character bios. I'm going to put extra content in the book. I'm going to also include a world map, so you know exactly where this is happening. And if the campaign does well, I can also add the 5 extra pages that I have for as a preview for Ominus-1. So all of that's going to be in there to justify the $10. And so if you get this deal, you're going to get 2 books for the price of 1. So each book is going to be $5, and that's, I mean, you can't get that anywhere. You can't get that anywhere. It doesn't matter where you go look. So yeah. And then it says Friday is cool. Yeah, I may not. Yeah, pop question. Yeah, stream anytime you choose your audience for fun. Yeah, I was thinking about that also, because, for example, today Katie is live streaming, and it's not really affecting me too much. I thought I was gonna have 0 people in here, but no, I got some people in here, and I'm really happy for everybody who's here. Please, no, and so yes, I think I'll just continue. Yeah, so here's the link. Please click on it, sign up, put your name, and then yeah, last night, for example, man, last night was chaos. Last night, Bancroft was streaming, EVS was streaming, Joe Sontag was streaming, I think. I was on the channel with Omer Glitch. We were drawing last night. Pete had his open mic night. I was on that too. So check that out. And so yeah, everybody's streaming at the same time. So yeah, I mean, it could be, you can have two morning shows, no? And then when I'm done here, all you guys jump on over to Katie's channel. And then I don't know, I have to ask her how to set up raids, because I can just raid her channel. You guys can just go straight there and continue hanging out. I may pop on for a little bit. And hey, so sign up. And Penny Moss says, have you ever reached out to Pops? Yeah. Madness Entertainment, yeah, mad respect, mad love for Pops. Here's a fun fact. The very first time I did a stream like this was on Pops' channel. He used to have everything with Pops started on his Facebook group. And he had what do you call it? It was Madness comic. But he had like every month, or I think it was every 2 weeks, he would have a stream, and it would be all weekend. It was to be all weekend. You have all kinds of guests. I met all kinds of people there. Pops is a great person in the space. Man, respect to Pops. If you're watching this, man, respect. Always respect for Pops. Great person. And John's Law Box, but no CG talk. But he is fair. What? Have you reached out to Madness or John's Law Box? I haven't reached out. I don't know John. John's Law Box. I know who he is, but we've never contacted or talked. We don't follow each other either on X. I have nothing against the guy. I don't know if he may have something against me. Normally, the way I do things on social media is I don't follow unless I'm followed, because I don't want people to I don't want there to be like necessarily following me, because no, like if you want to follow me, follow me. If you don't want to follow me, no, I don't take offense to that either. It's social media, so I mean it's okay, no. But yeah, no, I haven't reached out to him yet. And he says, but no CG talk, but he is fair. I don't know what you mean by that. What's up, J-Bot? What's going on, man? And yeah, you missed the bashing. I was bashing Yellow Trash, and deservedly so. So and now I'm checking out my artwork for my book. The link is in the chat. It's in the chat. It's also pinned, so you guys be sure to take a look at that. All right. Let me see if I got any subscribers, because I can see that right here. I can see that. I can see that right now. I don't have enough. Yeah, but it's all good. No worries, guys. So yeah, that'll be it. I mean, he just loving comics. He doesn't talk to them. Yeah. I haven't seen John talking any stuff like that. I usually don't do this either, no. But I figured I would take advantage of this and then show people. For example, no, because I made the comment on July's stream. That's 100% true. July responded, and then we got into it. A bunch of repertoires jumped into it. I had JDA comment on it, Smiller comment on it, and Matt Barr comment on it unnecessarily. So there's that. And yes, just wanted to make sure you guys see it, from me, and then maybe you guys will probably hear about it, or if at all, from somebody else. But yeah, and so that's pretty much it. Now, announcements for next week. Next week, I have a big guest coming on. I'm a little scared of saying the name because like the person that said yes. The person said, I asked them if they can come on, and they said yes. They think that they can. He thinks he can. He can. But I'm not sure if he might remember, because he might forget, and then I might get ghosted. So I don't know. JD Gay commenting by my. Yeah, there's a comment on it also that JDA did. See if I can find it. Something about man. I think JDA commented on it. I'm trying to see if I can find his comment. No, I didn't find it. But you got all the usual suspects. You got Enlightened Fan commenting. You got Student of God commenting. You got let me see if I can share this with you guys. All right, so we see this. You got Matt Barr commenting. There's Smiller throwing in this comment. This guy John Douglas, I've seen him around. Bruce making this comment. Student of God talking about Cody Dedison. I don't know what that's got to do with anything. Cam, who else is here? Enlightened Fan. Yeah, so I mean, all the usual suspects. Yeah. So yeah. All the usual suspects commenting. Yeah. J Boss says John's a cool dude. Let me show this while I'm reading this. Yeah. Check that out. Yeah, John's. So Jay says John's a cool dude. He'll talk to anyone and form his own opinions. He got tired of messaging people to be on his show, then getting ghosted. So he prefers that people message him. Yeah. People. He got tired of messaging people and then get. Okay. So he would message someone and then he get ghosted. Oh yeah. Yeah. Maybe that might work. Yeah, it might. True. Hell. Didn't Sturgis comment? No, I was surprised. No, Sturgis didn't comment. But Student of God did, Enlightened Fan, Loki, Bruce, all the other usual suspects. Yeah, no. Steve, for example, Sturgis, as we may know him, I give him mad props because he didn't have nothing to do with anything. He didn't comment. I'm not cool enough to get Sturgis' attention. So, mad respect to Sturgis. I wasn't cool enough for his comment. Yeah, that should have been the takeaway from Air July. You know, like Air July should have seen my comment and should have said, "Nah, this idiot," and just continued about his business. But no, this fool started commenting unnecessarily, and so yeah, so that's funny. Sturgis, he ended out great at all this. No, he ended up great. Good. So that's the book. sign up for it. We're getting closer to the launch date. The tentative launch date is Friday, June 27th, if I'm not mistaken. I pity the fool. Let me check for June. Yeah, Friday the 27th is when supposedly I will do that. Supposedly. All right, and that's pretty much it. Thank you very much, guys, for stopping by for our first episode of the Ominus-Cast. Hopefully, the last one. Hopefully, I don't get into anything more like this. But if I do, then it makes for good entertainment. I think if you guys still enjoy it, then definitely. I think I'm going to stick. I think I'm going to stick with the Thursday timeline because I also saw that Katie said it might be temporary. I need to talk to her, but no, I mean like Pop Culture Rock says, no, you just stream when I stream, and then people will find me. Yeah, yes, good. Yeah, so it'll be all right. So I think I'll just continue, and so yeah. So next week I have two guests. I'm gonna have Salty. Sean Salter is gonna be on the show next week on Thursday, and then next week Tuesday, I'm gonna have the legendary. If you guys thought Bosch Foston was a big guest, which he was. He's a big guest. Great conversation. You guys should check that out in the backlog of the channel. Then you should tune in on Tuesday at 11:30 Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to be interviewing the legendary Mike Barron. Mike Barron is going to be on the show on Tuesday. Then I'm going to bring Salty on Thursday, and we're going to kick it with him and talk about Silence Do Good. And then we're going to talk about, with Mike, I'm going to, hopefully I have the time because I'm going to get in on his whole career, if it's possible. If you let me interview him with all that stuff, and then Mike Barron. For those people who don't know, Mike Barron was the writer of Punisher from Marvel Comics. The writer of Punisher of Marvel Comics is going to be here, and I'm going to talk to him about comics. And I don't know what I'm going to wear. But yeah, so it's going to be fun. I'll see you guys next week, Tuesday, 11:30 Eastern Standard Time at this same channel. Please be sure to subscribe, like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next week. And Penny Moss says, nice. I hope Mike will be talking about Calico and Sigma Comics. Yeah. If you have, I think I might do that. It's the dentist. I think I might do that. Penny Moss, if you have any questions, shoot them my way. When I create the stream, if you answer the comments, just drop in all your questions and I'll read them, and I'll try to get them to Mike if I can. I think I may wear a tuxedo. Yeah, I think I might do that, or a tuxedo shirt or something. I'm going to catch stream from the beginning later. Yeah, no problem, Jay. Thank you very much. Marinus, what's up, man? I hope I just said that right. Good to see you. Yeah, I'm about to end the show. So you guys catch the replay. I'll catch you guys on Tuesday. Tuesday, I'm going to be interviewing Mike Barron. Hopefully, he doesn't ghost me. If he does, it's no problem. There might be that possibility that the show may not happen because he might forget. If that's okay, I have no worries about that. If anything, I will leave an announcement. But supposedly the show is on Tuesday, 11:30. If it doesn't happen, then I'll cancel. I will cancel that day's stream. But I will be back on Thursday with Sean for sure. And sweet, I got it right. And so I will see you guys on Tuesday. And hopefully, and Thursday for sure. No, next week, Thursday for sure. And that's it. You guys be safe. You guys have a great one. And I will catch you next week. Goodbye. Hold on, I'm gonna leave you guys with the trailer for Ominous. Please sign up. The link is pinned in the chat. And that's it. And I'm out. Hold on 1 second. Let me get this out here. Yeah. And I'm out.